Hello. Today is going to be a little less in-depth of an NFL Power Rankings because I do not have a second screen to tell you. I will pretty much say their rankings, and if I remember what their game was, I'll tell you why. It's there. 32nd, the Raiders. The Raiders lost 31-0 against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles have not looked great. I will admit that. Even as an Eagle fan, it hurts to say. But the Eagles haven't looked great, but a bounce-back game against the Raiders is what they needed. 31st, the Browns, I'm pretty sure they lost again. The Browns, Shedeur is just not winning. He's the best quarterback so far best looking quarterback that they've had so far on the field, play-wise. Pause. Hold up, what? 30th, Titans. You're trash. 29th, Jets. They gave up 6 touchdowns to Trevor Lawrence. Six touchdowns. That's a lot of touchdowns. 28th, the Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett's look good. Trey McBride's one of the best tight ends in the league, but they're not good. 27th, the Dolphins. The Dolphins got eliminated officially this past week. Oh, by the way, yes, I'm recording this after Thursday Night Football. This is coming out on Saturday, I believe. Yes, I already know the results of the game. That does not weigh into today's rankings. 26, the Giants. The Giants have the 1 seed right now. They look like a bad team. They're the best bad team in the league, though. 25, the Washington Commanders. They look competent. They're not good, but they know where they are. 24, the Bengals. They're eliminated from the playoffs, and they're just playing spoiler at this point. Like, their offense can just go off for 60 whenever. But they're out of the playoffs, so it doesn't matter. 23rd, the Chiefs. They're out of the playoffs for the first time in, 8 years or something? Or no. I'll have to fact check that, but it's something insane. The Chiefs are eliminated from the playoffs for the first time since at least 2018. So, kind of insane. Their dynasty is over. 22nd, the Buccaneers. As my brother has stated in his videos, they're allergic to winning. They cannot win. They're 7-7. They just lost to the Falcons on Thursday Night Football. 21st, Falcons. The Falcons are not a good team. They're eliminated from the playoffs. And they just beat the Buccaneers, so they kind of have to be higher ranked than them. 20th, the Cowboys. I believe a win for the Eagles today at 5 p.m. locks up the division. I don't think the Cowboys can get in if the Eagles win. Or they can, but they'll be a really bad... I don't know, but to clinch the division is if the Eagles win today. 19th is the Saints. The Saints found their guy, Tyler Shuck. I didn't think was going to be a good quarterback, but he is. He's usable. He played better than Rat-a-tat-tat-tooey. Rattler. So I think they found their guy, and it's going to be... Actually, they're in cap trash. They're not going to be much better next year, but hey, their head coach won't be fired. They found their guy. They've, I think, won a few games. Maybe get a top pick. Get a good cornerstone draft. They'll be great. They'll be good in coming years. 18th, the Vikings. 9. 9 is... I don't know if they're eliminated or not. They're just not good. They shouldn't be... I don't know why I believe they were going to be a good team at one point in this season. And then I watched football, and no. 17th, the Colts. The Colts are the worst good team in the entire league. Actually, I'm going to take that back. The second worst good team in the league. They're not playing great, and they come in at 17. 16, Danny Dimes. Not Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes is for the Colts. The Colts have Phillip Rivers, too. A 44-year-old man. He's got almost the same amount of children as he does as the people on the field with him at all times. On his team. He's like 2 away from having the same amount of children as teammates on the field on offense. 16th is the Panthers. I don't know. I think they're in the hunt or in the play. I think they're in the playoffs, but they're not a good team. They're fine. They beat good teams and they lose to bad teams. 15th, the Ravens. The Ravens won, I believe, against the Bengals. I think it was the Bengals. I think they are looking alright. Apparently, you get Lamar back and you're a good team. 14th, the Steelers. The Steelers. Or no, this might have been the game. The Steelers-Ravens. I think maybe it was the Steelers. I don't know. But the Steelers look better than the Ravens. They have a better record than the Ravens. Now 13th, the Eagles. A win against the worst team in the league is not convincing enough for me to put them any higher. But if they win again today, dominantly, like they did this past week, I'll have to put them up again. 12th. The Chargers. The Chargers beat the Eagles 2 weeks ago. That's the only reason why they're there. 11th, the Lions. Lions don't look good, but they've been winning. And I think they're in the playoffs. 10th, the Broncos. Now we've gotten to the worst good team in the league. Not a good team. They barely are beating bad teams. They're barely beating good teams. They're on like a 10 or 11 game win streak now, but they're not good. 9th, the Jaguars. The Jaguars, hold up. First of all, Trevor Lawrence alone putting up 6 touchdowns against the Jets is diabolical. No one should be getting 6 touchdowns in a game. Especially not the what-if man. Trevor Lawrence has not been the guy they wanted, but he's led them to be a good team this year. 8th, the Bills. The Bills are a confusing team. They lose to teams that we think are horrible, and then those teams become good. And then one of them becomes bad. But the Bills have looked good. They won again. 7th, the Texans. The Texans beat the Bills. That's the only reason why they're up here still, and they've been on a winning streak since then. 6th, the Green Bay Packers. I know they've beat the Bears, and the Bears are higher up on this list, but I just don't see it in the Packers. I don't see them going all the way. 5th, the San Francisco 49ers. They've looked like a good team. They keep winning. Keep beating good teams. Keep beating bad teams. Seahawks. See, the ranking for the Thursday night football game means absolutely nothing because they just beat the Rams. But that does not play in to this ranking. It plays into next week's. 3rd, the Bears. The Bears look like one of the best teams in the league. I know they lost to the Packers last week. 2 weeks, sometime in the past few weeks. But they look good. They beat the Eagles. They beat other teams that are bad, but they're good. The Bears are a good team. 2nd, the Patriots. The Patriots lose to the Bills, I believe. Is there dynasty over? No. No. There is not a dynasty yet. I would not say there's a dynasty until you win at least one Super Bowl and you're good the next season and in the playoffs contending for a Super Bowl. And like I said, Thursday night football matters nothing into this ranking because the Rams are back on top. But will the Rams stay there for much longer? I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. This is Power Rankings Week 16. It's crazy. I've been doing this for 9 weeks now. Have a great rest of your week. See you next week with the Power Rankings.